walking to hell with you, pal.
Hey, it's a Beelzebub or whatever his name is.
Beelzebub?
Beelzebub?
I think it's Beelzebub. Beelzebub.
B-U-B. It ends in B-U-B. Beelzebub.
Beelzebub.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like I have too much room here. Hold on. Oh, shit.
It's from, it's also in the song, if you ever forget, it's in Bohemian Rhapsody. Yes, all about give me a fight for me.
For me. Welcome, everybody, to another episode of What's the Scenario? Like I've said in the past, I only introduce shows in the same exact cadence. I'm one of your hosts, Mike Cannon. With me, as always, now I can say always, this is our third episode, Mike Feeney and Brendan Sagewow.
Hi. Cheers to you, my friends. We will do a drinking game as well every single time we watch one of these episodes. If every time we argue or every time we agree with each other, take a drink. Instead of every time we agree. If we all three agree on something, go ahead and quit drinking and seek professional help. But if drink every time we argue or every time two of us gang up on one of us.
Did we argue at all last episode?
I don't think we did. I think it was I think we all kind of agreed on everyone's answer.
All right, well,
that actually also it depends on people's sensitivity to what arguing is, because this tone, Nicole sometimes says, "Stop doing your stand-up at me," like when I'm just like trying to drive a point home to her, and that like makes me want to torpedo myself through her body. But you know, I just had to get used to the fact that that's what she considers arguing.
Brendan, what are you drinking?
I'm drinking Green Label with a little bit of Coke that I got from a Burger King delivery.
You got Burger King delivery?
Yeah, dude. They deliver in Astoria.
Oh my God.
Oh, well, your God.
What, yeah. I bet you made the guy put the bag in your mouth. You didn't even take it with your hands. You're such a filthy fuck.
I made him dress like the king.
This is why we hit on all notes. You're drinking, you're drinking a whiskey and a Burger King Coke out of a Hefeweizen beer glass. I'm over here with the Yamasaki 12-year over a big ice cube and a nice glass with a golden rim, and Mike has just smoked an incredible amount of weed. So we're marketable, baby.
But really don't leave this out. I'm having Niagara purified water.
Nice.
Wow, someone's too good for Nestle Pure Life.
And I think this is expired water.
Water can expire.
I don't know.
Water can get old.
What
is expand on that?
Yeah.
Water, if it's sitting long, it can become old. There's a term for it.
What, it could have outdated opinions, it could barely drive anymore.
Yeah, it starts voting for Biden.
No.
Whatever that means.
What does that mean?
What a vaguely political edginess you tried to put on there.
I didn't want to say Trump because it's so hacky at this point.
Yeah, but that's what you meant.
Isn't that what happens in The Office, where Pam says to B.J. Novak's character, who now his name's escaping me, Ryan, is if they go, he's like, yeah, that's what anybody would do with this president. And she's like, what does that mean? And he's like, everybody knows what it means. No, explain what you think it means.
Yeah.
So,
I don't know what I'm talking about.
How about you do this, Brendan? How about you explain to the people, because they might just be coming in on the third Patreon app,
okay,
what this show is.
If this is your first time watching the show, first of all, thank you for joining our Patreon and giving us money in these tough times where we're going to have to fight each other for water and food. What we do is we enjoy conversations of what would you do, where would you rather, what would you rather, what ifs, stuff like that, really ice-breaking conversations. And so that's what we're going to do for you guys. And I think we've been doing a great job. All of our answers have been so interesting. All the questions have been really great.
So we should cue.
I think that was the best. I think that also was the best description of the show so far. I don't think either of the past episodes we've done a good job.
No.
Oh, really?
No.
No.
Like, we have to, like, really hammer it home. Like, this is this is just a podcast where we, you know, basically we do comedy parkour through fucking, would you rathers or scenario situations. That's what it is.
So with that said, Mike and I, we should throw to Brendan since he has some of them prepared. So we should be like, hey, Brendan, what's the
scenario?
Yeah, we can't really do it on a delay like this, I guess, but
I also didn't know what you meant, and I literally said question. Like, that was, what's the question?
The name of this is what's the scenario?
Okay, so first question. If you could go back in time and give your parents advice before you were born, what advice would you give them? And this is one of those questions where you just see your friend as as I just saw Canon as I'm reading that. I'm like, can't wait for this.
No,
So wait,
my answer is really.
throw it to me
my
one more
answer is
time.
really simple. What?
I didn't get the whole question.
The question is, if you could go back in time and give your parents advice before you were born, what advice would you give them?
Got you. Mike?
Go to therapy.
That's huge.
Both of you go to therapy right now.
That is so fucking huge. Yeah.
I don't think there's any other real advice to give. Like, what else would you say? Oh, by the way, in 03, you're gonna lose a lot of money in the stock market.
That would be huge.
That's
I would say invest in real estate. Buy a property in Long Island City in 2008, right after the market crashes.
That's actually a good one. Buy the apartment on Barrow Street in the West Village. You can afford it. Get it. It's gonna be worth millions of dollars.
Start something called Facebook. Look, look. It sounds stupid.
There's this thing Al Gore thought of, the internet, and what's going to come with that are different.
Well, that's the weird thing too that everybody always does, where they're like, "If I could go back in time, man, I'd go back and I'd invent Facebook. I'd invent the internet." And it's like, okay, but if you go back in time, you still need to explain how those things work to a fine-tooth comb of detail.
You can't just deliver a laptop and say internet.
Yeah.
I would give each of them separate advice. I would tell my dad, stop being so complacent, I would say. Like, he's always trying to just end the argument. He's always like, his whole thing was apologize even if you don't mean it, kind of
right.
thing. So I would say, don't be like that, because that fucked me up.
Yo, that makes so much sense. Holy shit.
Yeah. So, and I would tell my mom to be able to take a fucking hit. Not an actual hit. No, I just mean, like, if I have a problem with her, every time I say to my mom, like, you do this, she always has to say, yeah, but I do this for you, and you do this to me.
Defensive. My mom.
She gets defensive. Yeah.
My mom can never be wrong about anything.
Yeah. And I would tell them to wear a condom, right? But 9 months before I was born.
Dude, did I show you my dad texted me the other day?
No.
Not counting. I would give my dad a ton of life advice that would hopefully help him along his way. But he texted me the other day, first conversation we've had in 10 months, if you don't count the fact that he showed up to my special and we had a weird handshake. He wrote, "I hope you're faring well." I'm like, yeah, we are. Thank you. Hope you are.
What is he, a colonial soldier?
Yeah,
dude,
he's actually a foreign diplomat.
I've never seen a text message written with a quill pen, but
before he texted you, he went. Yeah.
So I wrote, yeah, we are, thank you, hope you are as well. And he wrote, I got TP, exclamation point. I'm just like, so I wrote, the most precious resource, and no response.
This is so from the school of Irish Catholics. of never addressing the problem and just trying to move forward with just benign bullshit.
Well, it's not just Irish Catholics. It's also borderline personality disorder, which is why I would tell them to go to therapy.
Yeah. What about you, Feeney?
I thought I already answered. I told them to buy real estate.
Oh,
I mean, yours makes much more sense, but then without the tragedy torpedo of divorce right in my adolescence, I don't think I'd be where I am doing a Patreon.
Without the flash grenade of their sudden divorce. Phoebe's 10 just...
Okay, next question. This is kind of a ridiculous one, but if you had to do a dance that had never been done in the history of mankind or be killed, what kind of dance would you do? You have to come up with a dance that's never been done.
Let's all do it right now.
Yes.
No.
Do your own dance that's never existed.
My own dance? Like that.
I mean, right? You didn't have me until the end in that last bullshit. I was like, nope, never been done.
I mean, that was the truffle shuffle, but the different noises certainly made it original. But those noises were like horrifying. I mean, I would probably do some sort of weird octopus thing with a finish and shit my pants.
Commit, do it.
Shit your pants, but that's been.
I'm not gonna shit. I'm not gonna shit in this place.
No, do your dance.
No, I would, but the whole thing would have to rely on me shitting.
Well, go.
You want me to show my asshole? I'll show my asshole.
Just do the part of the
Patreon,
octopus.
baby.
Yeah. Do the other part of the octopus.
I just did. I was just doing arms.
Yeah, but that's a dance already, dude.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, no, it isn't.
You're just dancing.
And then I'd shit my pants. That's never happened.
Okay.
Okay.
I don't know. How do you even describe a dance that's never done? And also, none of us have a proficient enough dance catalog to know what's out there.
I do. I'll tell you what I do. I do the dance I like to call the Feeney foot phone. And I'm walking and I'm talking on my foot phone.
I bet that's been done before, though.
Not in that sentence. You got to. Those are lyrics.
Oh,
I've seen that.
I don't know. I don't think singing counts. I think whoever's got the gun to your head or whatever would be like, that doesn't count. You can't.
Hey, the Macarena you can't do without the lyrics. Sorry, mine's got lyrics.
Yeah,
Cotton Eye Joe, or like the.
Yes, you can. If I'm going like this, if I'm going.
How do you know how to do the electric slide if they're not telling you, or the cha-cha slide?
The electric slide. Boogie, woogie, woogie.
That's true.
This might have been our unfunniest 2 minutes of our lives.
I've stopped being funny when the great epidemic hit, Mike.
It's a pandemic.
Yeah,
I don't know what makes it an epidemic. What's an epidemic? Is that when just...
Pandemic is way worse than epidemic, and I've been calling it a pandemic since it was like just coming over here, and now it's become a pandemic, and I'm finding myself saying epidemic. So just attention for being wrong.
You're a pandemic hipster. You got there before everybody else did.
Love that.
Where it got cool. Nice.
I feel like the word epidemic is way worse than pandemic.
Yeah, but that's where you're wrong.
Okay.
That's where you don't have an understanding of the English language.
Yeah, I mean, I can't explain it any more than there's two words to have different meanings, and one is more.
One has a higher rank than the other.
Yeah, it's like being wounded or being murdered.
Oh, I've always felt like being wounded is worse than being murdered.
But again, that's because you're wrong.
Dude, I am sweating from that dance that I did.
What did you do?
It was 4 seconds.
I can't do it again. It gave me a headache.
It gave you a headache.
Yo, you gotta start working out in your apartment. You gotta get
I worked out today. What are you talking about?
What did you do? If that gave you a headache?
No, what? You can get a headache and work out.
But you danced for 4 seconds. You didn't work out.
And you danced 10 minutes ago.
No, I just went like this and I sweated or whatever. But I do still have a headache. No, I ran around the track, the Astoria track. I ran 2 laps.
Wait a minute. Let's really get into the specifics. When you say run,
I jogged.
Okay, and when you say jogged,
you walked.
I crawled.
And when
I
you
sat
say,
at home.
When you say Astoria track, you mean
My couch. And when I mean ran, I mean ate Burger King.
Do you know how long that is? 2 laps?
It was probably
I know how
like
long it is.
No, I know.
Like 10 minutes.
I know. It's a half mile.
Oh, cool. And then
That's
I did.
that's this. A half mile is the distance from you to the subway.
Yeah, but that's me running there.
But you got to stop saying running because you didn't.
But
But
that's me jogging.
it's like you being late and having to briskly walk to the subway. You were talking like you literally left your feet each, like you did a run like this,
Yeah.
or were you like this? What were your arms doing?
Also, Brendan, did you look like an 8th grade gym kid with like you're running in Vans?
No, I have Nike running shoes.
I like that.
Nice. Okay,
So
I did not see that coming.
Show us your arms while you were going around the track.
I'm going like.
You keep them that tight?
That looks like quality jogging.
No, I'm sitting in a chair. I'm sitting in a chair and I can't. So I'm like, even doing this, I'm starting to sweat a little bit.
Oh, Brendan, you got it. Yeah.
I'm kidding. Come on.
Erica,
You're
and
not.
I did yoga.
I see it gathering at the foot of your
I'm
hair.
kidding.
Can you get closer to the camera so we can see the pools? You are glossy.
No.
Well, I put CeraVe on every day.
Dude, your hair's looking thick though, Brendan.
It is not.
On the sides.
Maybe on the sides. But
What are you using Justin Silver's thing?
no, I've called everybody. I spoke to Scopo today, and he sent me a link for a website where they're gonna send me basically like this fucking pill and also
Cream?
like Rogaine basically.
So
You're not going to be able to come.
Scopo's got hair loss issues?
Yeah, he
This
said he was
dude-
losing his hair.
I knew it. Okay, because he walks around this fucking city that we live in pretending, it just willfully ignorant, pretend like I don't exist, pretending to have the best hair in the New York comedy scene. And then when I'm around him, we both agree we both have great hair. But I didn't know he's using PEDs. This is crazy. He's like Armstrong.
Yeah, he takes something. He takes something every day.
Wait, Brendan, you know you're not going to be able to come, right?
No, that's Propecia.
Yeah, but I think it's all of it.
And it's not coming. It's horniness. Like it's your libido. It makes you not want to have sex, basically.
So
but
are
as
you looking
somebody
forward to
who's-
that?
Well, the good
I'm
thing
not
we
Are you
don't
looking
have
forward
it.
to that?
What?
When's the last time you had sex?
A month and a half ago?
Is that true, or is she
Yeah.
a member of the Patreon?
No, it was Jess. We had sex and then we broke up.
Breakup sex.
It was that good, huh?
Yeah. It was good.
Is
So
there an obligation to make sure that both parties come in a breakup sex situation?
Yes, but if they don't, it kind of makes the breakup easier. You know what I mean?
The
I
whole
guess-
point of breakup sex is to come before the other person comes, so you can leave them in the lurch.
See, I feel like it's the opposite. I feel like it's to be like, see what I can do, and then here's this. I waited as long as I need to, and you know
No.
what you're missing.
It's all right.
'Cause
I've had 2 years to show you my tool belt. If I haven't done that, then I got to get one more W, and then I'm out.
Also, I broke up with her, so why would I want to be like, look what you're missing? You know what I mean? If
Oh,
anything,
okay.
I'm like, we're making a good decision. Like,
you didn't specify.
So,
that it was-
Brendan, we're making a good decision. So Brendan just went, go.
Yeah. Also, Brendan, you didn't specify that it was all you breaking it off. We thought the way everyone assumed it was a mutual breakup.
I would
It was
say,
at first, but then she she wanted to not break up more than I wanted to break up.
Okay.
You know what I mean? So like she was like, I guess, but maybe we can make it work. And I was like, no.
You're like, we've broken up several times already. So you see.
Well, yeah, it's a real sad moment in my life. So let's move on to the next question, huh?
Hey, Brendan, what's the scenario?
I don't want that to ever be a part of this.
I hate the title of this show.
Why? Is it like corny?
It might be. Whatever. Play into it. What's the
You'll
scenario?
get used to it, dude. It only sucks because Feeney keeps going, what's the scenario?
Okay, Brendan. What's a scenario?
Oh, God. Okay, so this is a fun one. What?
What?
Hosen?
He's faking it. That's not real.
I know, he's really bad at that.
You fucking asshole. Okay. If you were head of product development at a major fast food chain, what food abomination would you create?
No!
What happened?
Oh.
Did you spill
I
your
heard
drink?
liquid hit something.
Yeah, he spilled his drink.
Now we need the Patreon more than ever, folks, because the bowling pin has been destroyed. It fell and it
Oh my
shattered.
God. That's the dude. Didn't you shatter a bowl last night too?
Oh, way worse. Way worse. Last night, a glass jar filled with weed shattered on the ground, so I had to pick out the weed from the shards of glass.
I was
and
telling
save
him.
most of it.
I was telling him he's gonna be like the Artie Lang version of weed, where he's just gonna smoke glass, and then his
He's gonna cut his esophagus.
What?
He's just gonna be talking normal and just be like, just blood bursting out of his fucking mouth.
Jesus Christ! Remind me never to.
Not high.
Remind me never to lend you a fucking bowl.
Not a glass one.
Yeah, obviously. Wait, so can we? Do you want to do the next question, or you?
Yeah. What is this question? What'd you ask?
This is a really fun one. If you were head of product development at a major fast food chain, what food abomination would you create?
Like intentionally bad?
No, just like, you know how KFC has that like chicken bowl where it was like chicken with mashed potatoes and corn, and you
But
like reach into it and everything.
It does say food abomination, and
It
abomination
said food abomination.
And abomination to me is an inherently negative word.
Yeah, but I think what they meant was like, you know, that
bastardization, maybe.
Or what was?
I'll tell you exactly what I would make.
Okay.
I'll tell you exactly what I would make. So I would make the cat just hit into my tripod. It's being so weird. I would have a big, so it would be like a Big Mac, right? Where it would have 3 levels of bread. The bread would be waffles. The in between the waffles would be a Wendy's spicy chicken sandwich, and then I would have some bacon and hot spicy honey sauce.
Hell yeah, dude.
Hot honey is huge.
Yeah.
God, I want to fist my own asshole. That just made me so hungry.
Do it, baby. Patreon.
Oh my God.
This is what I would do. I would take a filet mignon steak, put fries on top of it, put like barbecue sauce and some other.
No, I think you have to make it. I think you have to make it out of current fast food ingredients.
Really?
Yeah, you got to do it within budget, dude. You can't just be out of nowhere cooking up a 5-star steak.
Can I say what I was gonna say though?
Nope.
Well, I'm gonna do it anyway. Basically, it's gonna be a filet mignon sandwich. So a filet mignon with another filet mignon on top of it, with fries in the middle and barbecue sauce and bacon wrapped around it.
Sounds good.
Yeah.
But all right. That doesn't exist.
Sagalo,
okay.
what would your real one be?
My real one would be two big waffle fries with like 4 Wendy's patties with American cheese on all of them, and the fries are the sandwich thing.
That's excellent.
Yeah.
Wow.
That sounds great. You really spoke to me with the waffle fries thing. Don't do that.
That doesn't get done. That doesn't get done. Why isn't there a waffle fry bun somewhere?
I don't know.
guess they can't make a waffle fry that big, otherwise it would be just a waffle pancake.
But they gotta be able to make it.
You mean
They gotta be able to.
pancake fry?
Yeah, I don't know. Here's something I would do immediately, but it's not an abomination. There used to be a sandwich, if you guys remember, from McDonald's called the Arch Deluxe. Do you remember that?
No.
It was in the 90s. It was unbelievable. It was pretty much just was a Big Mac with bacon, and there might have been a third patty. and I remember my mom getting it for me. She took me out shopping with her all day. I was probably, whatever fuck it was, 9 or something. And we went to the mall or something, and she got me this burger. And I remember it was the longest I had ever worked on eating something in my life. I think it took me 45 minutes to eat. It was just so many calories for a child. It was negligent by my parents. And I worked on it for so long, and when I finished it, I remember feeling like a tiny kid, but who had a beer belly. I felt like I had a food baby. I was so full, but being that was the best.
Dude, that made me remember. Do you remember when Boston Market first came out?
Yeah.
And it was the shit. People were like, "Oh my god, you can get
of chicken."
Yeah, you can get a real meal for in fast food. Me and my family got it. We were sitting in the food court of I don't know, the Nanuet Mall or something like that. And it might have been the Newburgh Mall. And my little sister was 3 years old, and she wasn't feeling well, but she was eating some of the food. And out of nowhere, she just goes, "I don't feel," and just shoots all over everybody's food. She filled the trays with vomit, and my dad was holding her up from the table, and she was just nonstop projectile vomiting all over the table.
Oh my
and
God.
we just left everything right there, and we left.
Can I add something to my sandwich?
Fudge.
I've never been
lots of fudge.
I've never been more passionate about something. Boneless ribs too, somewhere in there. Maybe
Nice.
Underneath the waffle fry and the patty. The first 2.
Oh, nice. That'll be good.
Yeah, right?
Wow. But you'd want 4. You have to look at this from a logistical thing. You want 4 patties and that and the fries.
Waffle
It's a
fries?
lot of meat.
Or
you can't
2
put just
patties.
unhinging. You'd have to
Yeah,
I
that's
think
true.
what you probably want is two patties, a rib, and the waffle fry, or 3 patties, a rib, and the waffle fries.
Yeah, that would be good. Yeah. Let's make this.
Yeah, I kind of want it right now.
I just want to let you know things are about to take a real sharp turn for me in the next, I'd say, 15 minutes.
Why? Are you about to come out of the closet?
No, I'm away from the one hitter now. So the only other option in this room, I have plenty of options right outside this, but my commitment to this Patreon, thank you for subscribing, by the way, is to not leave. So I grabbed the only other device I have to smoke in this room, and
Which is crack.
Is the volcano. So things are gonna be bad for me for a while. So I may not make it to the ending, but I'm gonna try.
Well, we only have about 15 minutes left.
Oh.
How many?
We have about 15. I just checked.
Oh.
We're at 29 minutes.
5-0. I thought you said 5-0. I was like, hell yeah, dude, let's go. I'm ready to do all night. I don't give a shit.
Me too. Let's have a 24-hour long time.
This whole cabana, the place that I'm in right now, is basically going to be set up like my office during this whole time. So I'm just going to be full-time podcasting and doing doofy shit in here.
Yeah, that's great.
Yeah.
Oh, I don't know if you saw, Mike, but Alex sent us an email. We're going to be doing Irish Goodbye from this. So.
Yeah, I know. Did you see my response? I said I can tell Lewis drafted this email because it's almost like because it tells us what we're doing in such a like threatening, like why wouldn't you want to do this type of way? It's like the funniest, most Lewis salesman thing I've ever read in my life.
Okay, let's go to the next question.
Yeah.
If you can change the sounds your body makes, i.e. burp, fart, yawn, sneeze, what new sound effects would replace the normal sounds of your body?
Oh my God, dude. If I could fart and it goes, oh, that
instead of the normal splash sound it makes.
Yeah. Every time Mike has farted, it's been like a problem for everyone around him. Just being like worried about his pants.
My farts are like the opening credits in Living Color when they were throwing paint tennis balls at the wall.
It really is. Your farts are like your asshole is like the opening to a water slide.
my
It's like an old whoopee cushion.
It really is. It's like the perfect whoopee cushion sound.
All right, forget it.
Go ahead, your asshole.
Never mind. I was looking to have fun with you guys, but you were just whoopee cushion.
Oh, I thought I'd speak for the first time in a while.
I would change my farts to the sound of like big applause or big laughter and stuff. So first of all, if I'm alone, I feel good about it. But also, if I ever fart on stage and I'm bombing, it's a good kind of what's that called when a fail safe.
Yeah. Is there a way that we can add a sound to something that doesn't make a sound?
I don't think so, but
but it kind of does. So every time I get an erection, if it could go, that would be pretty cool.
I like that.
Feeney, what
but here's the thing. That would only be allowed if when you lose an erections, they have to play taps.
Oh, that's fun.
I would change the sound of hiccups to where every time I hiccuped, instead of saying like doing that kind of a thing, I'd go yak. So
it's the same sound but different and slightly.
It's doing an impression of a yak, which is just saying the word yak in a like yak voice. You go yak like that.
Okay.
It's fun, it's different.
All right. Every time I burped, I would want it to sound like a dog's bark. That'd be cool. So then I could go like, if I'm in a confrontation with a stranger, I'll just burp and fucking like just.
But you could also in a conflict. Have you ever barked at someone like DMX?
No, but I thought of it. Have you?
No, but I've always wanted to get into a fight after seeing I Love You Man, just to see if someone like sizes you up, if you just go, if they really just think you're a crazy person.
I think if I would change my burp to.
You see?
That last part's your asshole.
I was sitting on that forever.
Did it get what you wanted?
Yeah, kind of, but it also just felt so out of nowhere. I'm just feeling all my bits here.
Okay, here's
I
one.
feel nothing.
If you were forced into like gladiator combat, but could only choose a weapon that isn't typically considered a weapon, what non-conventional weapon would you choose?
I got it. The Ridge wallet. For you see, the Ridge combines all of the beauty of a regular wallet, except it's
this is Patreon. We don't do advertisements.
Are we sponsored?
Oh, well,
no.
Then I pass.
But wait, what does that mean, like non-conventional weapon? Like, does nunchucks
not
count?
an axe, not a sword, not a gun, like gladiator shit.
It can't be a weapon.
What about so what if I said a baseball bat?
That's a weapon, though.
But it's not. It's for sport.
That's true.
That's true. But in this thing, it says it isn't typically considered a weapon.
Which a baseball bat isn't. It's considered a baseball bat.
Yeah, but if you bring a baseball bat to the airport, they're gonna be suspicious.
True. All right.
I would do
guitar.
Yeah, guitar's a good one.
Guitar against a lion?
I mean, you want something heavy to hit it in the jaw in hopes that it would just break its neck, but...
Oh, you're talking electric guitar. I thought you were talking acoustic. I'm like, that thing's just gonna be like
I'm not shattering something over anybody's head just because it looks cool.
It looks so cool.
I would bring a large bottle so that you could smash over the head and then you have a weapon after.
I could see Brendan going to hit somebody, them putting their arm up, it's shattering and cutting Brendan profusely as he bleeds. And goes, hold on.
Owie, owie.
Yeah. Or a dildo. Maybe a dildo.
A dildo?
A big, long dildo.
Oh, with giant nuts at the end?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So you can go like, you know?
I would
you can nunchuck with the big
everywhere. So that I'm turned on before I fight.
Yeah. I want a dildo just so I can fuck it and then not use it during the fight.
Get your mind off the fight.
How about this right here? How about weapon number 1, weapon number 2?
Where did you get those hamburger patties?
From my abomination I created.
I would use a harmonica because I'm just noticing now a harmonica is very sharp in this, and you can take it like this and stab them right in the eye with it, or kind of use it as brass knuckles.
Stab a lion?
Then you can play them a song when you kick their ass.
You're gonna stab a lion?
Right in the eyeball. That's the only way. I don't have anything sharp enough to kill it. So and it's gonna like be ducking, and it's got such a thick head. I need jugular stab puncturing.
Yeah.
And then worst case scenario, it tries to bite me, and I'm doing that fun scene where I'm holding its mouth open, like right in front of my face. I just put this thing in there, and it goes, and then it can't bite down enough because it's clamped on this like that, and then
it roars and it goes, wee.
Yeah.
Okay. Next question. If you were reincarnated as an animal based on your personality, what animal do you think you would come back as? Based on your personality.
Retriever, obviously.
What?
Golden Retriever, obviously. Everybody's
based
favorite.
on your personality, though, not what you think you are.
Yeah, Feeney, you'd be a shitty Jack Russell Terrier.
You wouldn't even be a dog. You'd be like a fucking lizard.
You know what I would be? I would be Eddie from Frasier. He is a Jack Russell, but he's like, he gets his way. You know? He's always at odds.
Yeah, dude. You're like what's that lizard that starts with an S?
Salamander.
Yeah, you're a salamander, dude.
Cool. Glad I could help you insult me.
Yeah, Feeney helped you.
Ever since
added nothing to it.
Ever since the schooling systems have let out, Brendan has really suffered in his grades.
I feel like I would be like a sloth of some sort, or some sort of orangutan, maybe.
No, you wouldn't be anything all that mobile. You would be something that's probably very lethargic.
Hippo.
No,
hippos kill
are really
people.
fast and deadly.
Hippos are so scary. I would fight an elephant before I fought a hippo.
No, you wouldn't.
Yeah, I would easily, and it's not even close, dude. Hippos are insane, and they run and they stand. What?
How would you approach either fight? Like
Yeah.
with an elephant.
And with an elephant, it's one of the easiest things you could think of. But a hippo, I honestly don't. There's no way to really gouge.
Hold on.
it.
How is it easy? What do you do with an elephant?
An elephant's simple. I go under. I fucking distract it with one thing and the second it even looks for a half a second, or even as it's stampeding me, I jump out of the way. Or because their legs are so big, I get in between. I get real little, and I get in between them. And then when I'm underneath them, you just fucking cut. And then all the way down, and then it inside's open like a trap door because it's so heavy. Like
as much as I agree with how cool that would be, I don't think
I have a katana in this, by the way.
I don't think you can get in between the legs. I think they're closer than you think.
No, dude, I've owned elephants. You go underneath, they're like 6 feet. It's like 6 feet. You have to climb up into them. It's crazy.
You've owned elephants?
Yeah, it was a whole episode where I did it, where I had it over. The family was like not excited about it, but I had already it was like my one thing, and they really liked me, and I was able to train it, but then it got loose in the neighborhood, knocked down the fence, I couldn't find it.
This is The Simpsons.
Beanie, you're just adopting Bart Simpson's life.
I don't know.
You're like the rapper Rick Ross. You're just assuming someone's identity.
You'll never stop The Simpsons.
Yeah, I'm glad you guys have heard my story. Go on.
Has Mike ever owned a baron? About a crazy wedding. You remember that?
Something happens. Boy, that sucks on delay.
All right. Here's another one. I think this might be the last question. Oh, we're at 41 minutes. If you had to be haunted by a ghost for the rest of your life, but could choose which dead person the ghost would be, who would you choose as your ghost? I would probably choose like Richard Pryor or somebody.
Why? Because he's black?
Oh. No, because he'd be funny.
Yeah, Brendan would have instant ghost cred.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'd probably do like Harriet Tubman, just so that I could learn from her.
Yo, Harriet Tubman, I don't know, man. She had to be a wild-looking lady, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, she probably wasn't good looking.
So who would you pick?
I don't know.
Not Harriet Tubman, that's for sure.
Mac Miller?
Who?
Oh, he's so depressed and miserable all the time. I don't know that rainy cloud around
you. Brendan just is like moving to sad music all day.
Yeah. I lay
down for a minute.
Well, no, this is how it would be. He would haunt me with his music. I would write his music down, and then I'd perform and record his music, and I'd be a fucking star.
Yeah. I don't think so.
Okay. All right. You don't think
You don't got moxie. We need moxie.
I don't know. That's such an interesting question. Like, where do you go? Do you go for ghost best friend? Do you go for entertainment? I don't necessarily want to be like entertained the whole time. That would be fucking exhausting. Or do you go for hot ghost that's like, naked?
I'd go
Brittany Murphy.
No, because then I just have a huge masturbation problem in public if I can't stop seeing a really hot naked ghost.
Well,
so
it's gonna change.
So I would say I would go content and I would go fun. So I would immediately, of course, because why else would you pick anybody else, would pick Robin Williams. And just because Robin Williams always had to be on when he was with another person. When he was alone, we know what he did.
Dude, that would be a nightmare.
Yeah,
24/7. It's like, oh, Rob.
I love that.
Chill.
Yeah. Ho ho ho.
I love that. He'd be saying such funny things about you two right now, you wouldn't believe it.
He'd be improvising around us.
Yeah.
He would definitely be worth purchasing a Patreon.
I didn't say banana. Oh, okay.
New character.
Ghost Robin Williams.
Oh, no. I wouldn't go for it. Bin Laden.
No.
Bin Laden.
Yeah, dude. I feel like
you don't
know
even-
what really happened.
Yeah.
But Mike, you don't speak gibberish.
Gibberish.
Oh no.
Is that what you call Arabic?
Are you just the worst comedic partner of all time, or what? What's happening here? You said, I mean, that was the biggest no butt in history, in comedic.
I'll
history.
tell you who's got a no butt. Feeney's got no butt. Pew, pew.
All right, fair. Still at me though, but I don't know how we're gonna end.
Well, that was the show, everybody. Thanks for watching. Let's do
No,
plugs.
Brendan, ask one more question. Let's do one more question.
Okay.
That
My
was
phone's
crazy.
about to
We
die.
can't end that way. We can't put that product out there.
No,
If you worked in the... Well, that's stupid. Now I'm reading it from the website.
I thought you said you had 11.
Okay, what futuristic thing from a sci-fi movie or book do you really, really wish existed right now?
Teleportation.
Oh, yeah. Hell yeah.
Not even a question.
Dude, I was gonna say those tubes that you travel in, but that's way better and faster.
So like the post office?
Yeah, but
No,
how
like
fun
in
would that be?
Futurama.
Yeah, just to feel the gravitron.
I mean, that would be cool.
Yeah.
That would be cool.
I would like to run the gamut. Like I would like to try every incarnation. If there is a city of tubes eventually, and that's how we get around, I would love to
That would
try
be cool.
system. But eventually, I would like to just be like, ah, and I just dematerialize in front of you.
I would love a lightsaber. That would be super cool.
Just cut people in half with fire.
Yeah. Yeah. It
Let
would
me
just
ask
be
you this.
cool.
So when you cut somebody, and I haven't watched Star Wars, but when you cut somebody in half with are they cauterized immediately?
Yeah.
Or do they bleed? They don't bleed.
They don't bleed.
You know
They don't
why
bleed.
that is? It's because they couldn't show blood.
Brendan, do you want to know why I'm proud of you and me?
Why?
Because Feeney said I don't watch or haven't watched Star Wars.
I said I haven't seen it.
He wanted a big reaction out of us. And neither of us, both of us, sat on our hands as if to say, that's not a personality trait. How dare you throw it out?
No, you sat there because you both already knew that. Brendan knew that about me. You knew that about me. And it shouldn't be a big thing because if anything, you guys would razz me for it, and it would be great that it wasn't. So, but I haven't seen it. Razzmatazz. That's the formal word.
Oh, you're fucked up. You're saying razzmatazz.
I gotta go home.
You just turn around and face plant.
Thanks for subscribing to the Patreon, you guys.
Thank you so much, everybody.
Yeah, tell your friends again, comment with any suggestions. We can pivot real hard for this show. It's pretty much whatever you guys want to see. We're doing it from, over Zoom best we can as of now, but we do plan to continue it in person. We definitely want to put a quality product out there. So if you have any scenarios, if you have questions, whatever, suggestions for bigger tiers, smaller tiers, whatever it may be, hit us up, reach out. We are wildly accessible and wildly open to suggestion. Thank you so much, everybody, for listening, for paying, for supporting. We love you all. Thank you.
Here we go, yo.